Hello, we have made it to part 2 of this ball machine video, and we have quite a bit of things to talk about, especially the main thumbnail, which is I got the floorboard installed finally. I call it the floorboard. Let me just grab a few balls. So I was thinking about placing that little panel thing right under the core because it might have been cool to have all this stuff drop off, but then I realized it'd be far too low and I'd end up hitting my head or something if I wanted to mess with the turtle. So yeah, I stuck it over here, and along the way I actually came up with some cool elements along like the outside of it. I also built some framework to support it. Actually, it's not a good view. Kind of something like that. But anyway, so I'll show what this element does real quick. This is just a little ramp, and it will connect to something else. Here I made a bit of a track. I don't really know where it will go or what it will do, but I just stuck it here because I thought it was a good idea. I thought the ball broke for a second. That would be pretty bad. But so this is separated into 5 different holes. Some tracks will come in here and it will direct it at a certain one, and other times it'll be random. I'm thinking of making the center hole go back to like the main entrance of the ball machine, which is that elevator over there. And these 4 other paths are gonna split out into different segments. But kind of like, yeah, I haven't had much balls getting stuck up there lately, so next up I had a little bit of experimental element, and I didn't really think of how I was going to put this there. I kind of just spammed a bunch of green and stuck it on the side, and it doesn't have much of a success rate. Well, I mean, it almost made it through, but that's just an experiment. Here I actually have a bit of a lever. There's supposed to be 2 different paths that it splits into. And I made use of this from the original concept of a switch in the elevator lift. Yeah, that one's a little loose, but I'll have to figure that out. Oh yeah, so this little mechanism here, I decided to install a motor to control this moving path, and I also happened to make a sideways arm. I actually don't want to mess with that. I'll turn it on. They'd say like there's something to feed the ball into the arm right here. Yeah, I still don't know how I'm gonna finish that, but for now I'll just leave it there and experiment. Let me see. Oh yeah, so I spent quite a bit of time making this thing. I haven't came up with a name for it yet, but I thought of it from like a game where you're walking through a duct that was kind of half destroyed. So in the inside there's like a bunch of panels. I don't know how well I can see it in there. I think it'd be better if I just put a ball in there. And there's actually 2 paths. One's on the top, and the other one's on the inside. So I think, yeah, you could sort of see it through here. Oh, that's what happens. Yeah, something might be stuck. Well, either way, it was supposed to fall through one of the floors, the holes in the floor. This one. Oh, well, it worked. So for the top, it's a little bit simpler because it's straight. It doesn't have to go curve around or get stuck by a panel. Though I do have problems with it getting lodged right there. So I'll have to work on this, make it probably slow, much slower, because I mean, I wasn't supposed to be spinning, it was supposed to connect to a motor, but I don't have one installed yet, and I don't exactly know how I'll install something diagonal, because it's not 100% flat, it's tilted. Lastly, I decided to put one of the elements inside of the core just for fun. So it's like a really weird installation. But the interesting thing about it is that there's going to be more than one. Like probably I'm thinking 3 or 4 elements inside of this core. And it's just a simple panel floor. So I think so far that might be all of it. One more thing. So I've been working on this project. It was a little small kind of project, but I made a bunch of track pieces, bobsled tracks, and I was 3D printing them. I also created a guide for it, so if you want to go ahead and check it out in Instructables, I got a link in the description of this video. And all of the files I made are completely open source, so you can use them for whatever projects. If you have a 3D printer, go ahead and make your own. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.